our Seeds of Strength annual meeting and grants awards. We are so fortunate to have this facility, to have this program in, and this is our 4th year to be here. The first meeting we got to have after COVID knocked us out so much. The first time we got together was here to give our grants in 2021. No, yeah, 21. When I was grants committee chair. So, and it turned out to be such a lovely facility, and we always all look forward to being here every year. So thank you to Grace Bible Church, and especially Tim, who, yay, beautiful, lovely facility and good technology. I hope you enjoyed your lunch that was provided by Schlotzsky's. Was that good? We love Schlotzsky's. I got to tell you, it always makes me think back to 1978 when my husband and I moved to this area, and we were both working in Austin, and across the street from where I worked was not the original Schlotzsky's that I think was on Congress Avenue, but it was on Burnett Road in Austin, and it was an old gas station. And you went in and it had folding chairs, and you could get a Schlotzsky. That's what the original is. You get a Schlotzsky. You could get, they had a few choices of chips and a few choices of drinks, and you sit in this old gas station and eat your lunch, and it was our favorite place to go for lunch. So Schlotzsky's have come a long way since those days. I still get an original, though. That's what I have to have. I always love Schlotzsky's. So I'm Laura Packard. I'm the president of Seeds of Strength this year, and it's my pleasure to welcome our members, our guests, and our grantees over here as we celebrate fulfilling our mission once again and approach the end of our fiscal year. The reason Seeds of Strength exists is we are women coming together to make a difference and to use the power of collective giving to support these incredible nonprofits that work so hard to meet the needs of our Georgetown residents. Our members have worked tirelessly to retain and recruit our members so that we can have as much money in our grant fund as possible and to give it away today. We've conducted our rigorous grant application process fairly and with integrity, and the board of directors determined then who the finalists would be after the grants committee had scored all the applications. And over 60% of our members read those executive summaries, watched those videos, probably with some tissues in hand, and over 60% this year voted on who our grantees would be. So good for us. Historically, it's been a little less than 50%, so we're very, very proud of that. We're going to I'll introduce a number of our members in a few minutes, but for now, I want to introduce our Grants Committee Chair, Joanna Potts, who is going to present grant awards to our 2024-25 grantees.
Thank you, Laura. I'm so happy to be here with all of you today. We're here today to celebrate the results of many hours of commitment and work by our grantees, our Seeds of Strength committees, our dedicated board, and our wonderful members. This year, our committees once again leveraged their skills using such things as social media, attending virtual meetings, using Dropbox, making video presentations, voting electronically, and having in-person gatherings. We had 4 info mixers to spread the word and enlist new members, attendance at a nonprofit fair, 2 Seeds of Strength 101 trainings, 1 by Zoom and 1 in person, and many hours of contacting potential members individually in an effort to boost membership, thereby increasing funds that we can distribute in our community. In 2010, the first year of Seeds of Strength awarded grants, we gave 5 grants for a total of $55,000, which was a really great beginning. Through the generosity of our 198 members this year, we're proud to award $155,000 in grants. We're also awarding 3 merit awards this year for $500 each. That will go to the Opportunities for Williamson and Burnett counties, which is also Meals on Wheels, the Salvation Army, and the Williamson Museum. This brings the total amount of the awards given since 2010 to $2,250,000. $208,500. It was certainly a happy milestone when we crossed the $2 million mark. A special thank you to each and every one of our members. Our 8 grantees for the 2024-25 grant year are a diverse group of nonprofits. 7 of our grantees are previous partners with Seeds of Strength, and 1 is new to our organization. We welcome a gift of time. You had the opportunity to hear from each of our organizations during their video presentation. Each one was well done and offered compelling and heartwarming reasons to support their missions and projects. Each nonprofit is committed to meeting the needs of Georgetown residents, and they are appreciated and valued by our Seeds of Strength members. So now it is my privilege to introduce our Seeds of Strength grantees. Austin Sunshine Camps is represented today by Megan Graylis, Chief Development Officer. Yep, stand right there. Okay. In their video, Erica Blue shared her own story about how an expense-paid trip to camp changed her life when she was 12 years old. Austin Sunshine Camps began in 1928 to instill confidence and skills in children who would not otherwise be able to afford to attend camp. ASC received their first grant with us in 2019. They continue their partnership with Seeds of Strength, as this is their 3rd grant with us for a total of $65,000. This year's $25,000 will be used to expand the summer camp program, and with this grant, 17 Georgetown kids will experience the magic of camping and making new friendships without the barrier of cost. Next, we have Brookwood in Georgetown, also known as BIG, represented today by Abby Foster, Director of Mission Advancement, and Luke Ellis, Executive Director. Abby introduced us to BIG in their video and told us how they began in the Founder's Garage in 2011. Brookwood's mission is to provide a God-centered, innovative, vocational, and residential community for adults with special needs, and to change the way the world views and experiences this population of citizens. Currently, we have 3 campuses, 2 in Georgetown and 1 in Austin, where 95 citizens are busy producing marketable products. BIG will use their $14,000 grant from Seeds of Strength to hire an enterprise manager. This will impact 46 citizens in Georgetown overseeing their product development. BIG is a long-standing recipient of grants from Seeds of Strength, with this being their 6th, bringing their total grants to $130,000. So welcome and congratulations on behalf of Seeds of Strength. I'm pleased to award Brookwood this check for $14,000. Next, we have Capital Idea, represented today by Alicia Pelosius Woods, Executive Director, and Amy Sylvie, Director of Development and Communications. Alyssa told us in the video presentation that Capital Idea had served for 25 years with a mission of lifting working adults out of poverty and into living wage careers through career advancement. Capital Idea helps these adults gain skills and credentials needed to secure living wage employment in high-demand industries of healthcare, information technology, skilled trades, and over 80% of students pursuing the healthcare careers. The requested $25,000 will be applied to their Career Expressway program, supporting tuition and educational expenses. These Georgetown residents reside outside the Austin Community College tax district and therefore incur higher cost per credit hour. This grant will fund approximately 29 classes for these students and will change their financial futures. This is the 7th grant Seeds of Strength has given to Capital Idea, bringing their totals to $145,000. So welcome, and on behalf of the Seeds of Strength members, I'm pleased to present you with this check for $25,000. Next, we have CASA of Williamson County. CASA is represented by Marissa Austin, Chief Executive Officer, and Janet Hall Hewlett, Board Vice President. In the CASA video, Wendy described the process of empowering volunteers to advocate for the best interests of the children who suffer from abuse and neglect. Since 2009, these highly trained volunteers, appointed by judges and known as court-appointed special advocates, have worked to place children in safe, loving, and permanent homes. The $19,000 grant will be used for salary and benefits for the Director of Recruitment and Education to recruit 65 new advocates. The director must ensure these volunteers successfully complete the required application, interview, background checks, more than 30 hours of initial training, swearing in at the court, continuing education, and that they transition smoothly from training to taking their first case. This funding will get them closer to serving 100% of this vulnerable population. CASA is another longstanding recipient of grants from Seeds of Strength, with this being their 8th, bringing their total to $150,000. So welcome and congratulations. On behalf of Seeds of Strength, I'm happy to award this check for $19,000. Faith in Action is here today and represented by Jana Elliott, Director of Business Operations, Barrett Whittington, Board Vice Chair, and Tracy Barber, Executive Director. In their video, Lisa told us that for the 23 years, Faith in Action has been helping older adults who do not have transportation. These Georgetown residents receive rides to medical appointments, grocery, and other errands, and make friends along the way, thereby giving them an independence and quality of life. As of December 31st, 2023, they had given 7,165 rides for medical and personal appointments, 2,600 rides for grocery and social activities, 338 calls for the Buddy Check-In program, 248 fulfilled requests for medical equipment, and 185 information and referral requests. Their Senior Connect program expects to provide 10,000 to 12,000 rides during the next year, serving over 800 Georgetown area seniors. This $25,000 grant will provide staff salaries, training, and partial insurance. This will be the 6th grant from Seeds of Strength, bringing their total to $103,000. So welcome and congratulations. On behalf of Seeds of Strength, I'm pleased to present this check to you for $25,000. Next, we have the Georgetown Project, represented today by Paul Boff, Board Chair, Leslie Janka, CEO, Rob Dyer, future CEO, starting next summer, and Bridget Cooley, Nest Empowerment Center Coordinator. In the video, Bridget and Vanessa, AKA the Dream Team, told us how they assist at-risk Georgetown ISD students by assessing their needs and providing guidance from cradle to career to prepare them for productive futures. The students will receive services at the Nest Center after school 4 days a week and 8 weeks in the summer. Upon completion, the students will be caring, capable, and resilient young adults. Seeds of Strength has awarded grants to the Georgetown Project since 2011, and this $25,000 grant will be their 9th, bringing the total to $215,000. This grant will prepare 150 Georgetown students by partially funding the Nest Empowerment Coordinator position and extending the Youth Employment Coordinator position to a year-round position. Welcome and congratulations on behalf of Seeds of Strength members. I'm pleased to present the Georgetown Project with this check for $25,000. The Georgetown YMCA is represented today by Kathleen Phelps, Executive Director, and Danny Meggs, Chairman of the Board. In their video, Kat told us about the dream of George and Barbara Brightwell's to create the magic of summer camp, Y on the Fly, Camp Brightwell, for youth regardless of ability to pay. Campers unplug and learn new skills, play, have fellowship under the YMCA core values at the one-week camp. Over the past 3 years, camp enrollment has grown from 40 per week to 150 each week in 2023. This grant will address the lack of summer child care spaces, financial assistance, and expand the YMCA mission. This is the 3rd grant for YMCA, bringing their total to $49,000. Their $10,000 grant will serve 75 Southeast Georgetown children who meet the free and reduced criteria to attend YMCA Camp Brightwell. Welcome and congratulations. On behalf of our Seeds of Strength members, I'm pleased to pronounce the Georgetown Family Y. You did great. And our 8th grantee today is A Gift of Time, represented today by Becky Foltame, Executive Director, Genesis Cordova, Dementia Education Coordinator, Peggy Parisi, Board Chair. In their video, Becky shared that A Gift of Time was founded in 2017 to assist residents with mild to moderate dementia, their care partners, and the community at large. The role of caregiver can be taxing. Watching the gradual loss of their loved one can take a toll on their own mental health. A Gift of Time will expand its current respite program to serve more family care partners and their loved ones in Georgetown. They will open a 2nd respite care this year to provide education and support for both the caregiver and their loved one. The $12,000 grant will allow 15 family care partners and their loved ones free respite services for 3 hours for 11 weeks. By providing temporary relief to care partners, individuals can continue living at home in a familiar and comfortable environment for a longer time. Welcome to our first-time grantee, and congratulations. On behalf of Seeds of Strength, I'm pleased to give this award for $12,000. That concludes our award presentation today. Again, congratulations to all of our grantees. Thank you to the members for making the $155,000 possible.
Okay, thank you, Joanna, and congratulations to all our grantees. This is just my favorite part of the year today. Your applications and the services you provide to our community are outstanding. You know, we had about, 24, 23 started out doing the letter of intent, and now we've got y'all here. So y'all are outstanding. We're very proud to partner with y'all in the coming year. Now, I will call the annual meeting to order, and I remember to get the gavel out. The one time of the year we use it. Amy didn't know we had one, but we have a gavel. We use it one time. The work of Seeds of Strength is accomplished by the volunteer efforts of our members. Many of you here today serve on one or more committees and or on the board of directors, and we would not be able to complete our mission and do what we do here without each and every one of you. And we thank you so much for everything you do to support Seeds of Strength. Our treasurer, Patty Gross, is now going to report on our financial status.
Okay, we're going to look at the profit and loss. Of course, you know, we're really a nonprofit organization, but the money that we take in from our membership, that's our profit that we give to our grantees. So anyway, I hope you can see these numbers. We had $149,000 that was from membership. You know, you pay at different levels, and then you also have an add-on of $50 that goes to administration cost. You know, paper, all the things that we have, and you'll see that line, the $9,900 is the administrative cost that is paid by your $50. And let's see, then we have memberships that designate certain things that they would like to support. So we have that. So we have those funds, and then interest income, $4,104, because we do have a CD that was purchased after someone wrote us, a member had put us in the will and left money. So that there's another way of supporting Seeds of Strength. You may not be ready to make your will out yet, but think of us. You can see the money that's taken in, and then the expenses are covered by that, and then we had a little extra, almost as much extra, the $8,000 as we did as the expense. So that's good, and it'll be rolled over, for next year. So we have money. We track in kind, and I know a lot of our members who work on our committees, they can get reimbursed so don't think about not volunteering if you think, oh gee, I don't know if I can cover those costs, because you can be reimbursed. But if you do donate some paper or whatever you need to do your deal, then be sure and write it up, and we call it in kind. And that's for a nonprofit is good to have in kind, because that shows the support also. Then we have the events cost, and you can see that was a negative, but that's okay because we have some other money to offset it. So actually our reserve that we have is now $3,904.83, so enough to get us started, but we still need those membership for next year. And then the next slide is the balance sheet. And it says some of those same numbers that you see. Will call your attention to the CD that we have, and we received interest on that. We got a good deal from the bank. We appreciate that. Let's see. Most of these numbers are the same, but we have $356,184.87. That's the number to go into next year. And I do want to say this one thing. I was a nonprofit manager, so this is I love this. It's so exciting. I think about the training that our grantees get. I wish I had some of this training when I first started out, because we kind of had to learn the hard way in a way. But it's really exciting to see how members, I always wanted to be in a giving circle, and this is what this is, but we need more members so we can give more money. That's what it's down. So ask your neighbors, tell them what you're doing. I mean, it's exciting. You should be proud of yourselves for supporting this organization, and let's share it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Patty. I would like to point out that the in-kind donations also include some of them I think we haven't actually gotten reported even that we have. That includes our holiday party at Hewitt Chevrolet that they give us not only the venue, the food, and the wine. They cover that, which is fantastic. And for our Wine Women Chocolate and Giving, all of our wine was donated by Patty Moore, one of our members. She had some. And then our caterer, Alfred, donated the rest of the wine. So we didn't have to pay for it. We paid him for food, but not for wine. So our event, and then we have our meals from Schlotsky's today. So our actual expenses, money we're paid out, we've had to pay out for events has been very small this year, and we really appreciate that. That helped us to supplement our grant income just a little bit. So now, I would like to introduce our 2023-24 current Board of Directors. Working with this board has been very delightful and very productive, I think. I asked them to meet monthly to help us stay energized and focused, mostly for me to stay focused. And fortunately for me, they were willing to do that. The decisions we made were the result of discussions that turned into consensus. And for that, I'm very, very grateful. That made it all of our meetings were very congenial, and I think we all left feeling real good. I always did. I couldn't have asked for a better board to work with this year. So I'm going to ask them each, when I call them, to come up here. Sydney's asked that we kind of bunch together so we all get in the video. So as you come, kind of scooch a little bit. Our president-elect is Amy Baucom, and she will become president on July 1st. We changed officers for the new fiscal year, and board members and committee chairs and all that. Amy, as president-elect, is chair now of the governance committee. Our past president is Marcy Liddell, and as past president, she chairs the nominating committee. So she got all these people for next year. Thank you, Marcy, for your 3 years of service on the board as we transitioned to becoming a 501c3 in our own right. That's for you. Mm-hmm. She was actually the first president of Seeds of Strength. Before her, we had board chairs, and now we have presidents. And if you aren't familiar with her book, we call it Marcy's book, but several people were involved in writing this book. This is a book, some of you have bought it. I know people were buying it out there a little while ago. Marcy said she would stay around for people to buy more. This captures the history of Seeds of Strength in just a very interesting way. It divides us into different chapters as we have gone along through the years. There's pictures of everybody, all the board chairs, starting with Barbara Brightwell and Barbara Hallmark here, first page. Amy's going to talk to you more about that beginning in a little while. So anyway, but Marcy will be around. The books are $15, and that's what our cost, I believe, is $15. Okay. So our board secretary is Lexi Elliott. Lexi's done a beautiful job as secretary, and she also is on our communication technology committee and does all of our email messages to members, all your newsletters, the voting email, the event invitations. That's all coming from Lexi.
Snuck around.
Good, thank you. We want to spread it out. Okay, our treasurer is Patty Gross, who you just met, and as treasurer, Patty also chairs the finance committee, which was kind of a new thing for us this last year or two. 2 years, I guess, yeah. So in addition to these officers, we also have at-large directors on the board. These ladies represent you very diligently and with a wonderful sense of humor. Our directors this year are Mary Bray. I know Mary's here. I haven't seen Peggy Campbell. She's here. Peggy Campbell, she's not here. She may be in Minnesota right now. Come on up, Mary. Don't fall down. Oh, she's coming around the back too.
Fill in the middle. For you. Thank you.
Rita Healy. I haven't seen Rita today. I don't think she's here. And Janelle McNeil. Is Janelle here? I'm sorry, we're missing them. We're busy women. They say if you want to get something done, get a busy woman to do it. And I think we're living proof of that. We all have places to go this afternoon, I know. Okay, so this is our board. Most of the board works hard. They're wonderful, but most of the work that gets done here gets done by our committees. Each one is organized very differently, has a different schedule, they have different tasks to do. Under our new bylaws, we have a committee chair council. This was our second year with the committee chair council. The committee chairs, in addition to the three officers who chair committees, we have 5 more committees, and we all get together once a month to coordinate and collaborate and to make sure that we're all working together and trying to be as efficient as we can. So I'd like to recognize now our 23-24 committee chairs, in addition to these 3. Joanna Potts, you know, she's our grants committee chair. Yay. She has very ably guided the grants committee through another successful year. Thank you, Joanna. Everybody up over here. Is Darlene here? Darlene, no. Darlene Thompson is our compliance committee chair. And I was not aware she wasn't coming. I'm sorry that she can't be here. The compliance committee chair, or the committee, are the faces of Seeds of Strength this year. Each of our grantees will have a compliance liaison working with them throughout the year. Thank you. And I don't believe Kirsty Lombard is here either, is she? Kirsty Lombard volunteered last summer when we all of a sudden didn't have a membership chair. She volunteered to chair a membership committee. She's done an excellent job guiding the committee this year and is going to continue, I believe, next year. The membership committee even went back 5 years and contacted everybody who had been a member within the last 5 years, asking them to rejoin if they hadn't for a while and reminding people to get their membership money turned in. And all that money that they got people to send in is going right here today. It'll all be gone as soon as they cash their real checks in a few weeks. We don't keep any of it. We don't have as much money as it looks like we'd have in that financial report because a lot of it's going away soon. Judy Arnold is the chair of our events committee. Where's Judy? There she is. The events committee organizes our 4 big events each year: the fall luncheon, the holiday party, Wine, Women, Chocolate, and Giving, and this event today. And all 4 of these have been very successful this year, and we really thank you, Judy. Great events. You're welcome. And Sydney, can you come up? She has to check and make sure she can leave her camera for a minute. I wanted her to come up this year. Usually she sits in the back and waves. Sydney Decker chairs our Communication Technology Committee. Each committee member, this committee works very separately. Each committee member has a different job to do. But together, they provide all of our AV projects, such as what we've got today. They send our emails. They maintain our website for you. They maintain our website. They take care of all of our tech needs for registering for events, for voting, doing Facebook. That all gets done by the Communication Technology Committee. So thank you to that committee for keeping us all informed and in touch. And now I would like to ask everybody here, it's probably most of y'all who are here, if you're on any of these committees, would you please stand up? Because this is how the work gets done. I know y'all are. Yeah, there we go, yeah. And there's a whole lot more that couldn't come today, I'll tell you. A person who has gone above and beyond every year for the last three years is Cindy Harrington. Cindy, I want you to come up. Cindy, Cindy has been, Cindy, is it 2.5, 3.5 years? 3.5, something like that. At least 3 years. Cindy has been volunteering as our administrative assistant. I got something from her one night at midnight recently, but I think it was the financial report at midnight that came. She's a night owl, thank goodness. Cindy, we just appreciate all you do to maintain our business records and pay our bills and keep us functioning. Thank you so much. And a new feature of Seeds of Strength that was included our new bylaws is an advisory council, which is made up of some members and some non-members who represent the community. And we look to them for guidance in interacting with Georgetown businesses and organizations and trying to do more in the business community. And Karen Wilson chairs the advisory council. So Karen, I want you to come up. We very much appreciate the work that you do. Okay, so thank you to all of you. I think we've had a wonderful year, and I treasure every minute of it. For those of you who are going to be on the board again, you might just want to step over to the side. I'm sorry. Oh, Stephanie wants a picture of all of us. Okay, at this time, I'm going to ceremonially pass the gavel to Amy Baucom who will become our new president. I'm sure she doesn't want to do it till July 1st, but Amy Baucom.
Thank you very much. You know, today we don't always see each other every week, and so I've heard a lot, how are you? And the answer from myself and from many others is busy. So I want to thank you all because I know you are all busy and you still took the time to come here today. And it is changing lives through what we do through these grantee organizations. So I want to thank all of our members for that, especially those of you who took the time today to come. So I am blessed that many of our board members are returning this year. We had a great group, and so I'm glad to retain many of them. So my president-elect is Pam Carlson. And I am so excited because she is very, you come on up here. She is very organized, and sometimes I'm very chaotic. And so she's going to be a good blend for me. So thank you, Pam. And of course, continuing to serve on the board will be our, at that point, past president, Laura Packard. Then joining us on the board this year will be our secretary position, Barbie Sproul. And continuing with this will be our treasurer, Patty Gross. Our directors will be Mary Bray, Janelle McNeil, who's in absentia today, and Lexi Elliott. And herding all of the cats up here will be Cindy Harrington, our admin assistant. So this is our board, but again, we have committee chairs. As president, I'll chair the committee chair council. Cindy Harrington will be chairing our events committee. As incoming president-elect, Pam Carlson will chair our governance. We'll continue to chair. Decker will continue. Sydney went back there again. Okay. We'll continue to chair our communications technology committee. As treasurer, Patty Gross will continue to chair our finance committee. Our membership committee, we will retain Kirsty Lumbar, but she will be joined by co-chair Linda Wiseman. So Linda, join us up here. Did she leave? Yes, okay. And our compliance committee chair will be Patty Moore. Patty? Yeah. And also, as the outgoing president, Laura will also be in charge of our nominating committee. So that's important, yes. We are in transition with our grants committee, so we will inform you more about that later. As I say with all of these, this looks like the people doing the work, but we know as you introduce the committee members, it is the committee members who do the work. So we thank you for joining committees. If you have questions about any of those committees, we're the group to ask. So please ask and volunteer. So we appreciate you. I'm looking forward to working with all of you. It's going to be a great year. One of the themes I'm going to say, you've already heard today, more membership means more grant money, and that's why we're all here. So invite people back that haven't been in part of us in a while. Just think of who might be interested in serving their community as we do. So thank you, ladies. All right, you got it? Okay, all right. All right, thanks, Candace. And I should have, again, added on there, obviously, still helping with our advisory council will be Karen Wilson. So Karen, I won't make you walk all the way up here. You can do a big wave, but I especially have a place in my heart for Karen because she's who introduced me to Seeds of Strength and brought me to the organization. So thank you, Karen. And again, our history books that Marcy worked with the committee on, those are going to be out there as we leave, so don't forget that. So now to another new exciting thing that we are doing. Keep going in. Next slide, please. Keep going. All right, there we go. This year we have established a Founders Grant. This came about as we were all very sad about the passing of Barbara Brightwell. We knew that we wanted to honor her and that there were going to be many others in the future that we wanted to honor as they passed. And so we decided to establish, and by we I mean an ad hoc committee that presented it to the board. It went through all the processes, but we now have a Founders Grant. This is going to be a grant that we will give out every December. This is going to become donations that are separate from your membership donations. And I want to thank Mary Bray. She was our very first donation. So thank you for starting it up. And this will be a grant that we will give to an organization that was part of this year's not grant recipients, but grant applicants. So it won't be a new grant application, it'll be from within that. Our goal is $5,000, so you know what I'm going to be asking you today is to give and donate. So we can go to the next slide. And as I said, this is honoring those who paved the way for us. It is to honor the ones who created the organization, our founders. And that's why we named it the Founders Grant. That doesn't mean that one of them has to pass away for you to give to it, however, okay? We want them to stay alive, but we also want you to give. So as we said, it will be funded separately and we'll be awarding that in December. All right. And I think as we move to, yes, we've got one more. I'm going to invite Laura Packard back up. She has an announcement to make. Yes.
Yes. Since Mary beat me to it last fall when the board voted to start doing this, Mary immediately sent $200. So thank you, Mary. But I am making a donation today in honor of our 2023-24 board and committee chairs. I'll present it to Amy and then they'll deal with that. But we invite people to do it to honor somebody, just to do a little something in the summer. You're going to be getting emails as the summer goes by. So if you're out of town and you miss one, don't worry, you'll get another one. You're going to get probably not as many as we thought we were going to send. But anyway, next week you'll be getting one, and it'll have the link and all that kind of stuff. We're very excited about it. And we hope we'll get to $5,000 and be able to give it away. There's also under our grants on our website now, there is a part of the drop-down menu is Founders Grant. So you can get on there and learn all about it. There's a link that's included now on the donation page. We have a separate donation page, and you can you can choose to donate to that as well as other things that people can donate to. So we're trying to separate it. It's totally separate money from our membership money and the grants that we give away to our grantees. So thank you, Amy, for taking this up.
So I don't have a lot more to say, but I do want to make what I think is an exciting announcement. Our first event for the fall will be our fall luncheon. That date is going to be September 19th. We'll get that on the calendar soon. But I'm very excited that our speaker is going to be the CEO of James Avery Craftsman, John McCullough. So start thinking about who could be a good member of the organization and bring them to that event, is what I will have to say. So I just want to thank you all again for coming. Thank you all for the work you do in our community. As I said, you are changing lives, and we're a small part of that, but we are glad to contribute in the ways that we can. Thank you all for joining us today. And I think, is there any other announcements? Okay, then I'm going to use this gavel, and we're going, you adjourned. You're still the president. You were stealing the gavel.
I still wield the gavel here. Okay, our meeting is adjourned. Thank y'all for coming.